Hey, everybody.
Okay. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Good. I'm in New York. You're in Maine. We're ready to rock and roll and talk about
This mid-month, getting ready for, kind of is a mid-month. It's been an interesting month. It's very joyful. And it is reviewing things. My friend put it, I thought it was a great thing. Going to your closet and trying on clothes and going, oh, that one doesn't fit anymore. Oh, that one, just don't like it. It's not mine. We are trying on all of our old stuff to really review this Leo energy of stepping out and being at a higher understanding, a much higher understanding with compassion. We were just talking about compassion.
Yeah, compassion for sure. Well, we're going to dig into the astrology. And first, I will share my intuitive insights into what to pay attention to, what to be alert to, what to maybe focus on, what maybe not to be surprised by if it shows up in some way for mid-month. So the second half of this month, right? Second half of August 2023. But I'm also feeling like this is going to carry us into September, October. So I feel like this energy is really pushing now. So 4 points for the month. 4 points. It took me all day until around 6 o'clock to hear the message about what this was. And I thought, oh, okay. So point number one for the mid-month into through the end of this month of August, pushing the limits. Pushing the limits. That could mean so many things. So many things. It could mean you push the limits of your anger, your resentment, your jealousies, or you shift that and push into the field of compassion, allowing accountability, joy, love, etc. So it could also mean that, like we're seeing politically, the limits are being pushed for a lot of people as far as indictments and being held accountable and all of these things. So I think we're going to see more and more and more of that people are going to push their own personal boundaries and pushing the limits of what they think is right or wrong. So the next point is making amends. Making amends. Making amends. You spoke a little bit about this before we went live, where you shift, you see yourself acting a little cray, a little wild, and then you rein it in, right? You push that limit, you pull back, you apologize to yourself, to the other, you make amends, you pause, you wait until all the traffic, all the clutter goes, and then you continue the journey. So the third point is asking for more. So if you're feeling like you're liking something, ask for more of that. If there's a feel-good thing that's in your energy field, ask for more of it. And it's absolutely okay to feel good and to want more and to ask more and to receive more of the good stuff. Some of us hold back for whatever reason from habitual thinking, beliefs, patterns. Sometimes we don't feel like we're worthy, not good enough, etc. But this is the time to ask for more, which leads into point number 4, which is allowing your voice to be heard. Sometimes we have to speak up and ask for more, right? And speak up and just proclaim who we are in whatever way that shows up for us. So those are the 4 points that came through for me for this mid-month reading.
Wow. You just kind of described my life right now. Pushing a limit, trying to figure out what is and being limitless, wanting to be limitless. So that's part of the pushing, but pushing, you're right, in a direction I want to. And, having been a longtime member of a 12-step program, amends, is more than just, it's about, I'm amending my behavior. That's what an amend is. You know what? For me today, I was telling him, I pulled over and went, I'm going to amend my behavior here rather than spinning about this traffic incident. So changing my behavior. I didn't say sorry to him, sorry to me. I did say, you had a part in this. He had a part in this. He was going to teach you a lesson. How'd that go? Didn't. Amends. And then I love that, asking for more, asking for where that flow is. Let me flow here. Let me, and then fourth point,
allowing your voice to be heard.
Allowing your voice, which is part of asking and making amends and pushing the limit. It's kind of what all of it. It really goes. Yeah, it's really very interesting. This was a tough new moon. Well, it was for me. I'm going to just own that. I am a Leo moon, because it was about, can I keep that bigger picture in mind of the I am and we are, the verbs of being, that has been on my mind a lot. Am, is, are, was, were, be, been. What is it? What does it mean to be? And there are a lot of people trying on things and feeling like I'm going backwards, but it was trying it on with a new understanding and how it really doesn't work for us anymore. And that helps us kind of root that out. That's been part of this Leo new moon. And there was a trine with our Mars energy, which is very precise in Virgo. We got a lot of things headed into Virgo with that kind of chaotic, very precisely. What am I finding chaotic? So that fits really well with, come on, magnify what it is that you want in that awareness versus, and it can still be chaotic. I realized today I asked a friend, my father was Dutch. I don't know the word for love in Dutch. So I decided that was something, following a love trail, being in the heart. The 18th is an interesting day. It is not, you're not going to hear it from other, you might from astrology, but the 18th is a no shadow day. So we always have a day where the sun is the closest and we don't have as many shadows, but there's degrees of that. This is a big extreme one. The sun is very close. And so we will go for a long period of time where shadows will not be cast. So intuitively, I'm going to have you talk to about that afterwards. But to me, no shadows is kind of a day to really look at the joy, really look at what is open and what is available to us. It's a day where our duality maybe takes a little break, not having the shadow around.
Be fine.
And then on the 23rd, we have the sun moving to Virgo. And this has been quite the Leo season with this North Node axis in Aries. It's really been pushing that flame of who we are and really asking us with that South Node in Libra to let go of those beliefs that just aren't ours anymore and actually discover them, because we don't even know via our language what we have picked up as a belief. That's why you and I both like Byron Katie. Do I really know that that's true? Oh, I'm going to step back now and before I'm become the warrior beyond the shield. Like, let's head to the seer a little bit more, that we see each other to see. We also have Mercury going retrograde on the 23rd. That Mercury retrograde entered into the shadow of Mercury retrograde. And remember, Mercury retrograde asks us, sometimes by turning us off our electronics, to look at our internal communication, to look at our internal experiencing of ourselves. That's one reason it kind of turns us inward in our communication. And we'll have a lot of planets because we also have, who else is going retrograde? Oh, we have Uranus going retrograde on the 28th. And so we'll have all of our external bigger planets all retrograde, all that very slow moving, transforming energy will be happening in Taurus. So it will be stabilizing us internally. And a blue moon, blue moon.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, I forgot about that. You had said at the beginning of the month that that was gonna.
yes, we have our blue moon in the moon's in Pisces. It's going to be very large. It's super moon because it's close, but it actually physically for the United States will appear very large. I love those. Those are just like you want to say, "Can you come pick me up?" You know, like
I think that may be part of that whole pushing the limits piece as well.
well, and
Yeah,
Pisces wants us to dream. So shining the lights on our dreams, that's what this Pisces full moon's going to be. And it's conjunct that Saturn, that focused flow that we're, a power washer to push through. And at that point, Mars will have moved into Libra. So Mars, our will be searching for balance, searching for where do we put our energy. And so it's a busy taking out of the energies in this month. Um, it's a very
yeah,
it's a very joyful clearing, and it may not always feel that except when we can step back and go, wow, look at how much I'm able to change and look at this differently. So I love your 4 points. I'm going to push the limit. I'm going to look at that differently. I'm going to make amends. Look at how that works. When am I changing my behavior? Then pick the things I want to spend my time in. It sounds very
yeah.
simple. It's like when
That's
people
good stuff.
say, be in the present. We only got the present. So
Yeah, well, we're also very addicted to drama and chaos. So, asking for more of the good stuff instead of focusing on the bullshit stuff,
yeah.
the bullshanky.
And
So,
then trusting once we've asked for it. So that's
yeah,
kind of that fourth piece. Use your voice. All right, I've used my voice, and now I'm going to spend my time in. If I want joy, then I'm going to go spend my time when I know to be joyful,
yeah.
and not limit how it's going to come across. So I I love the end of this month. I really do. I think it's going to be.
It feels good. I know for me, the last several weeks, starting at the beginning of July through now, has been a lot of clearing of the past, a lot of things, people, issues, memories from the past coming up, and sort of resolve to send me on a kind of new path.
Yeah, the energy. For me, I've been rearranging the energy around those. And then when I have sparks like today with the horn, it's like, oh, yes, this was me often. So, having compassion for that piece of all those things that came up and sparked me. You know what? You did a good job. You did the best you could. Good for you. Just looking at it all together differently and how I'm thinking. So,
Yeah, a lot of this energy it's a very internal process, which it should be. We have to look at ourselves, we have to look at our thoughts and our beliefs, all these patterns that we've created over our lives. That helps. If we push those limits of our old belief system, then they might get pushed out. So this new energy can really seed itself and grow and grow and grow. And this is, for me, this is my whole thing, is to check in with all the BS. If it's floating up, where is it? Why is it there? Move on. I want a peaceful, joyful, quiet life. No more drama, no more chaos. And if that seems to be moving toward me, I'll let it.
And our retrograde planets are emotions and energy and some earth. There's no air hanging out in there. So that's why it's this feeling of an energy, and we kind of are searching for ways to think about it, but that's not what's happening. It's emotional, it's earth grounding, structural, and it's very much fire. Those are the planets that are in retrograde, including Leo when it heads in. So
Yeah. So please, folks, pay attention to what's happening.
Mercury in Leo when it heads in. So
yeah. So pay attention, folks, to what's happening globally. Events, natural, quote unquote, natural disasters. Let's send some good vibes out to Maui, please. Lots of people there need help. So do what you can to help that. Pay attention to the way the winds of change are blowing. So that's going to give you a lot of clues to your own process and the way that you should be moving in your world. So, okay, are we good for the?
I think we're very good. So
Yeah, I'm excited about what is coming and how this is going to lead us into the fall of this year. So
I am too, because this is 2024 has a big circle around it, just like 2023 had for clarity, and 2024 has for this arising. There's a good moon on the rise.
yeah.
There's
All
a
right.
strong moon on the rise. So
All right,
all
folks.
right,
We'll
bye.
see you at the beginning of September.
See you in
Oh,
Oh, I'm just going to be singing along. All right, bye everyone.
songs.
All right, bye.